Hello, welcome back to another video of the ongoing web development series. In this video, I am going to introduce you to the basics of CSS Grid. CSS Grid is a layout system which allows us to align contents in two-dimensional system. By two-dimensional system, I mean that it can align elements in both column and rows. Flexbox could either align contents horizontally or vertically. But using CSS Grid, we can align items horizontally and vertically both at the same time. I will teach you CSS Grid as I create a very basic image gallery. Our web page from last video already has two sections. So for this gallery, I will create new HTML file in the project folder. I will also have new CSS file for gallery. I could link to the same style.css and write styles for gallery there, but I think having separate CSS file for gallery will make it organized. In the body, I will have heading and a container for all the images. Inside image container, there will be image card which contains image and a paragraph to describe that image. For the source, I will use PlaceDog, which will generate placeholder images of required size for us. It is just like lorem ipsum text, a sample image used while building web pages. You can see in PlaceDog website that you can use placeholder images by specifying width and height in the URL like this. So let me copy this now and paste it to my code. I want both width and height to be 300 pixels, so I will change it to 300 by 300. I will have many of these images like 9 to 10. Now let me see how it looks in the browser. You can see the images coming from PlaceDog website. Let me style these now. In gallery.css, I will give some basic styles to body and make heading a little bigger. In gallery.html, I will change width and height of some images for demonstration of CSS Grid. You can see that now this image is wider, this image is bigger, and oops, I meant to increase the height of this image, so let me fix it now. Yes, and now this image is longer. I have created these irregular images so that I can demonstrate CSS Grid properties to you. So now comes the fun part, that is CSS Grid. To work with CSS Grid, you should first give value of grid to the display property to the parent element. And parent element here is this div with class images container, as it contains all these image cards. To form a grid, you must specify width of each column in grid template columns property. To make 4 columns with each column occupying 300 pixels, you can do this. This creates 4 columns each with the width of 300 pixels. But there is a shorter way to write this using repeat. What I previously wrote and this is identical. So let me see how it looks in browser. Now you can see the images being aligned according to the specified width. I will have some space around these images as it is looking awful right now, and I will also center it to the middle of the screen. Grid gap creates gap between row and columns of our grid, and justify content aligns all the content in the center. Now this third image has double width, so you can see it is overlapping right here. You can open developer tools and click on this grid which is beside every grid container, and now you can see grid alignment properly. This feature is only available in Firefox browser. You can see that the image is overlapping here and it is going beyond the specified width because the image is long. Now I need to make this image occupy 2 columns instead of this single column. Let me show you how to achieve this. In our HTML file, I don't have any special class for this third element, but there is a way to select it using nth child pseudo selector. I will select image card, which is third child of its parent, like so, and I will make it span along 2 columns. Now this third image occupies 2 columns. Let me fix this 5th and 6th image card now. You can see on HTML file that the 5th image has double height and double width. So it needs to span 2 columns and 2 rows. And the 6th card needs to span 2 rows because it has double height. Now we have perfectly aligned non-overlapping images in our image gallery. Now I will show you a small trick that will make this gallery responsive. It doesn't respond with the change in the width of browser right now. You can see when I decrease the size of window, our images are cut off. I will fix this now. In grid template columns property, instead of applying hard-coded number of columns, I will write autofill here. What this will do is it will autofill and add number of columns according to the available width. To check responsiveness in Firefox, you can switch to responsive design mode from developer tools. Now you can resize and check how web page responds to the change in the width. Notice how the images and new columns are added automatically if the available width is more than 300 pixels. Below 600 pixels, it won't be responsive as this image has width of 600 pixels. We will discuss more about responsive CSS in upcoming videos, but for now it's okay. Now let me fix this empty space that we have here. The problem is that the third image card spans 2 columns and web page is waiting till there is enough space for this card. This will ensure that the cards will be tightly packed, and if there is enough room, any image may flow to that empty space. You can see as soon as we have space for this wider image, it flows to this third position. This shows that the grid will also try to maintain order of HTML elements. Now in bigger screen, it is not very cool to make this images 100% width. So let me decrease its width and center it. I think I can make this a little bigger. Perfect. Now this looks good. We have finally made somehow responsive image gallery. I will provide GitHub link to this code down in the description. So that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like if you appreciate the content and feel free to comment your doubts. See you on the next one. Bye bye.